Everyone, welcome back to YouTube classes. It's Divya here with class 10 physics. So we have already started with your chapter number 8 current electricity. Now today we are coming to the second part of your chapter, that is some concept and terms related to current electricity which you have to understand first before going deep into the chapter, right? So let's see what are those terms and concepts. So first, let us start with electric potential. Now, electric potential, it is the work done by moving a charged particle from infinity to any other point. Okay, what is electric potential? It is the work done by moving a charge from infinity to any particular point, right? So that you call it as a electric potential. Now, when you talk about this electric potential, as usual, the next point which we have to denote is how to denote or how to represent an electric potential. Now, electric potential is usually denoted with the letter V. Okay, it is denoted with the letter V. Now, this V, you are having an equation in your textbook only, no derivation. According to the definition, it is the work done in moving unit charge, or it is the work done per unit charge in moving from infinity to a point. Now again, when you come to the SI unit, there also you are having volt itself representing by the letter V. Don't get confused. The symbol of electric potential or potential difference and the unit is also going to be V itself. Now the next term you have to keep in mind is potential difference. So when you talk about potential difference, it is same as that of your electric potential. Electric potential we have talked from infinity to a particular point, isn't it? Now when you come to potential difference, we are making use it in the practical areas, that is potential difference, you may call it as voltage also. Potential difference or voltage is the difference in electric potential energy per unit charge measured at 2 points, or in short what you can say, you can define potential difference as the work done in bringing a positive charge from one point to another. Okay, so you can define potential difference as the work done in bringing a unit charge from a particular point to another. So this is also a definition for your potential difference. So this definition, I think it will be more easy when if you learn electric potential. Electric potential, it is for unit charge from infinity to a point, whereas potential difference or voltage, it is from one point to another point. It is not from infinity. Now as I told you earlier, you are having the symbol of potential difference to be or voltage to be V itself. Unit is going to be volt. Now what you are going to do is that you want to define what is 1 volt. I have already told you potential difference or electric potential, whatever may be, it is the work done per unit charge, isn't it? So if it has to be 1 volt, work done should be 1 joule upon 1 coulomb of charge. So this should be like this. Now can you define 1 volt? 1 volt can be defined as whenever 1 joule of work is done in bringing 1 coulomb of charge from one point to another, or from infinity to a particular point. Got it? Now next important term what you are going to have is your resistance. This is very important, resistance. Now resistance is the opposition that an electrical device has in the flow of electrical current. See, we have already learned about some resistance in our relative motion. You called it as friction, isn't it? Similarly, for the flow of electrons or for the flow of electric current, there should be a resistance, isn't it? Like if there is no friction, we will not be able to walk properly. Similarly, if there is no minimal resistance, it may electrical devices may not be working properly also. So resistance is important in terms of flow of electric current also. So the opposition or the opposing force that is offered for an electric flow or a current flow, you call it by the word resistance. Okay. Now as you have already learned how you are going to represent a resistance, here you can see a symbol here. So many symbols you are having, you have learned it in your 9th standard. There you are learning resistance like this also, isn't it? So this is also the symbol for resistance. Don't worry, both are same. So for the time being, it will be better if you learn this symbol, right? Now, see, you can see a figure here. Did you see this? So this is actually how originally a resistor looked like. If you have gone through some broken electrical devices, you might have seen some colored resistors like this, isn't it? See, you are having some colors here, brown, black, red. So this may not be the same. Okay, what I mean is that each resistance should be having different values. 2 ohm resistance will be there, 5 ohm resistance, 100,000. So many values will be there, isn't it? So these values are actually identified by these color codes given in each resistors. Okay, so this you will learn it in your higher classes. You understand only this much. The colors given in the resistance denotes its value, or with that color codes only you are going to find out how many ohm resistance it is. You are going to find out. You just, for the time being, you need to learn only what is resistance. Okay. Now let us come to the factors affecting resistance. First one is the length of the material. Length is directly proportional to resistance of a wire. Okay, which means that higher the length, higher will be the resistance. Second one you are having is area of cross section. Okay, so this is inversely proportional to, that is resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section. That is, one which is having higher area of cross section will have less resistance, and one which is having less area of cross section will have higher resistance. Now the next factor affecting resistance is temperature. Temperature is directly proportional to resistance, or higher the temperature, higher will be the resistance. Now the last factor is the material. Now different materials, different material is of different type. So automatically resistance for different material will also be different. For example, iron is having more electrical resistance than similar copper conductor. Geometrically, if you are going to take two geometrically similar piece of iron and copper, iron has got larger electrical resistance. You have to keep it only this much only in mind, that is, different material is having different resistance. According to the material, it varies. Alright, so this is all about the factors affecting resistance. Now today in our class we have seen some factors or some important topics, or what you can say, some important terms and concepts related to your electric current. So this you have to keep in mind, these terms throughout you are going to use. Symbols, what are the SI units, what are the terms, how you are going to denote it, all this has to be very familiar to you, right? Now all the three, electric potential and potential difference or voltage, then you have gone through your resistance, isn't it? So all these you just take your textbook, go through it, and if you have any doubt, put it in the comment box. You can ask freely, right? With this, we are winding up today's portion. Thank you. Stay safe.